So we've spent the day today skimming along the Mexican border with Arizona, and we've been finding a lot of actual evidence of the flood of migrants that have been coming across in record numbers that even wind up in cities like Buffalo and New York City and Chicago and all over. And it is not an exaggeration. So right now we're on one of the border access roads to where I've been filming down here for about 10 years. And every time I come down, it's something slightly different. But what I'm seeing now coming around this next bend is a whole new border patrol station that wasn't here last year when we were here. So I'm seeing just, a wide, very well maintained road with a lot of debris from migrants. There's a water bottle down there on the ground. So there's garbage bags that they use for shelter. Pieces of clothes left behind in the bushes, like I just saw just now. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's crazy. They just drop everything that they've been carrying for miles once somebody picks them up. And I'll show you. So there's somebody's clothes, and right there, I don't know how well you can see it, but over there is the wall, and here is a sneaker, the other sneaker, clothing. And basically, this is leftover stuff from the tons of migrants that are coming through. And you just see they just leave their stuff here all through the place. But that was just the beginning of the day, and soon we're headed further down the wall. But yeah, things have changed here. The past 10 years that I've been coming down, the numbers like this have never been higher. So right now I'm just getting out for a second. So this morning we were down in the Tohono O'odham Reservation, which is just the other side above Quarry Peak. And we couldn't get access to the land down there. But the local police told us that this morning or today alone, they had gotten 900 people at that one point, about 40 miles that way. What I've been hearing from the locals here is the numbers have gone through the roof, and that the cartels have been involved in trafficking people across the border. And what that's been doing is causing a lot of disruption for border communities. So basically, right here, through this fence, you can see all the water bottles left over from people waiting for nightfall to hop over this fence. And then here is a campfire, but it's still smoking. And over there is a baby stroller. But they have been extending the border wall itself. This wall is really, really tall. And I just don't know how people can get over it. But the last time we were filming down here, we had accidentally filmed somebody on the other side waiting to get in. As we flew our drone, the footage revealed two migrants, a man and a woman, trying to hide, waiting for nightfall to get over the wall. But you come over here and you see evidence of lots of clothing and junk. I guess this is from people that have climbed over the wall. The litter seemed to indicate much larger amounts of people coming across here. As I got further down, I stopped to get some perspective. One of the more remarkable things I've seen is right here. It looks like what it looks like is people get over the wall, somehow, and then they come here, and it looks like they're waiting to get picked up. That maybe they just camp here until the authorities come. I mean, there's literally a campfire here and blankets. Food containers, masks, clothing. What the hell is this? Right over there, that hole kind of looks like it's a tunnel, but the concrete's very old, so I wouldn't say that's very likely. And I don't know, 50 bottles, cans of Vienna sausage, personal clothing, probably fecal material, a knapsack, baby diapers. And it looks like they just somehow they get over and then they sit here and they wait. Then, as we headed further down, we saw the Border Patrol.
Yeah, they're going that route. There you go. See? Dang.
The crazy part is they don't look like they're trying to hide anymore at all. They're just getting to the wall and basically throwing themselves at our feet, so to speak. This is that baby stroller I was talking about before. Earlier that day, we drove to where the wall runs out, and what we found there surprised us. And as we drove, we were listening to narco corridos, a style of music designed to glorify the exploits of some cartel members. After an hour of driving through cartel country, we reached the end of one section of the wall. This spot is known to be where the cartels route many of the migrants, and it was clear they had been there that morning. And there it is. That's where the wall runs out. That's it. Wow. Oh, there's a car right there. Holy shit, did you see the car?
Yeah, but it's beat up.
Yeah, like it rolled down the hill. Well, this is it. Wow, what a view. It's like a ranch back here. Holy smokes. As we stopped the car, we were nervous that there were cartel watching us, and that they had previously been filmed at this exact location. So I'm here on the Mexican border where the wall runs out. And we came down here just to see what's going on with the migrant traffic. And so far, we saw a lot of vehicles down that way, but it's incredibly beautiful here. I mean, the wall, we probably went, I don't know, 10, 15 miles down this road. And over there is the Tohono O'odham Nation and above Quarry Peak. And up here is the end of the wall. It's absolutely beautiful down here, color-wise. And I wanted to show you this vehicle that's somehow wedged. I don't quite understand it. So we'll go look. I don't know how that vehicle got there or how long it's been there, but obviously it's not doing too good. Cartels or not, I just had to get a better look at this truck. I was so curious at how it even got there. I don't get it. How did that vehicle get there? How? Oh, it must have rolled down that hill. Wow. Wow, so technically this vehicle here is on the Mexican side of the border wall, as am I technically. And over there is Tohono O'odham Nation. And this here is Mexico. So this car somehow got here, and I'm assuming it rolled off that over there and then just down here. These things here are anti-vehicle barriers, and they go up there. So this is where the wall runs out, and I really don't have much desire to go into Mexico, except to look at this vehicle. I don't know how on earth it possibly got here. Oh, I see what it did. It tried to get down that place. Let me show you. Look at this. So this vehicle tried to get up this gulch to get around the wall. And obviously, it didn't make it. America, Mexico. Oh, that's what happened. Holy smokes. Wow. So, you can see this vehicle tried to make it, almost made it. Tried to get around the wall. So the crazy thing is, this vehicle almost had it. Just a few more feet and it would have gotten out. But there's not enough room to get through this little spot here. Wow. Here comes another vehicle. They're coming. Anyway, we're headed back don't want to get stuck in this gully, so pretty steep. Wow.
Se han dejado hasta ahora 50.000 damnificados y
So,
ahogado
got here
160.000.
around daybreak today just to see what we can see. Oh, and there's donkeys. Yay.
Oh, we've got apples.
We got apples. Meeting these donkeys was a nice light touch to a fairly tense day, but it was time to go. As we were leaving, we saw more Border Patrol vehicles, and we decided to follow them. So we just saw a bunch of Border Patrol vehicles with their lights on, and they were zooming like in a caravan, and there were a bunch of them. And they just went off over this way. But I think we missed them. Interesting morning down here, though. We drove 10 miles to the border, didn't see a single person, but we certainly met some donkeys, saw some cow, a crow, and a stuck vehicle that apparently tried to make it over to where the border ended, and it almost had it, but the last half a car length got stuck against the fence itself. At one point, we had pulled over to get some drone shots when a truck, in this picture here, with two men dressed in army camo, came to ask us if we needed any help. To me, they looked a lot like the militia I've seen in certain documentaries, and I didn't ask. Then, as we headed for home, we saw them, carloads of migrants being processed. They seemed defeated and demoralized. I wonder what it must feel like to go through all of that just to get caught. I also wondered about the morale of the Border Patrol agents, who have to handle the sheer volume of people coming through every day. What we saw here today was no joke. So this morning, we went down for one more visit at the border, pre-dawn hours. When we got there, we saw lots of evidence of people that have come across the border in floods, so to speak. As we drove up and down, we were leaving that region and came across a detention center where they were bringing in the migrants for ostensibly what's called processing. What I see here is a huge change. And I've been coming down to the border here near Nogales several times a year for the past 12 years. And I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs. There's been times I've come down and I drive the 50-mile back roads to get there, and I see Border Patrol vehicles every 5-10 minutes, even at 3 o'clock in the morning. This latest trip that we've had down here has been pretty weird because we aren't really seeing very many Border Patrol vehicles, but what we are seeing is incredible amounts of refuse by the roadsides and evidence of the migrants coming across the border in numbers that we have never seen. This isn't political. This is just what I'm seeing. So no doubt we got a lot more people coming across the border than we've ever had before. And the evidence is pretty plain to see. The question is, what happens next?